accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team.
McPherson has this one teed up, and here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. This is Eric Dickerson, 4-time rushing champ. His solid, instinctive running there, spinning forward and getting a full 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to Dickerson here on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running pretty well, too. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Inside give to Dickerson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Dickerson on the handoff. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a touchdown. Eric Dickerson, 38 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. Is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 30, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after all that, it's just your everyday 6-2 ball game.
And let's think about how important that can turn out to be, because remember, it's not just a 2-point swing. It's a 3-point swing. I'm just wondering, you think they can load the bases and hit a home run and tie it up?
Well, I was going to ask you, I can't remember the last time that I've seen a 6-2 score in football.
Me either. I've been racking my brain on 6-2? Not often.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Blitz forthcoming as they look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Henry. Rush coming, and he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They have a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just lock people down.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Johnson goes in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Henry under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Henry. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive so successful with the ground game, ending with a touchdown. Do you stick with that for a little?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A first down throw for Prescott. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Gronk, the tight end, in motion. Here's Eric Dickerson. 80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8 as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Running it with Dickerson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. There's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Henry, open man, Gronkowski complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Under pressure, they got him again. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Okay, great.
On 4th down, Henry. That's complete to Christian Okoye. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
check that. Street.
Throwing on first down. Henry rolling to his right. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Looking to throw. Henry buying time to his left. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. Steve Smith in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
This is it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before break. Henry. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Here's McPherson now to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus is in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll go right back to the ground with Dickerson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Second down, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Prescott. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
On first down, Henry. And it's complete. He's got Gronk. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Play action. Henry. He'll buy some time right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
It's Clark Smith. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Goes right back to Smith again. The 40. 20. They will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it all.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
In motion left is Rice. On 1st and 10. Henry can't get away, and he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The center receiver in motion to the right. To throw on 2nd down. Henry under pressure, and they get it to him again. Chase Young make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and they get to the football. It's blocked.
So when I look at the scoreboard and realize they just blocked a punt with that type of a lead, how much of that was a called punt block or how much of it was a breakdown, you think, by the team punting the ball?
You got to think a breakdown, right?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think someone just didn't fulfill their assignment and end up now in even worse position.
And now you can start the buses. I would say it's safe, right?
Rub them up, baby.
If they weren't started already. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Second down and 7. A carry for Dickerson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here. To get a timeout. And they'll be